welcome to my first ever video on FS25. Yes, after lots of screaming, shouting and trouble, I think I managed to figure it all out. I think I've got my game saved to my SSD drive, very important. And then it told me, your graphics drivers are not compatible with this game, you need to update. So I looked at that and thought, well, I won't be playing FS25 then, because I'm not messing about with my graphics drivers and stuff, because FS22 works absolutely perfect on Ultra if I want to play it on Ultra, and I thought I'm not messing about with it. Anyway, you know how it is. Curiosity eventually got the better of me. Right, let's just empty the combine. Yeah, eventually got the better of me, and I very reluctantly, and I can say that with huge confidence, very reluctantly decided to update the graphics drivers, and came into the game. I mean, the game would run without me updating it, because I did try it. I pressed no or something like that, and I thought I'd just give it a go. And to be fair, it wasn't too bad. The only thing was it automatically started it on medium, whereas now that I've updated the graphics drivers, and it is a little bit, sometimes a little bit jumpy, as you can tell. But when I reloaded it in and restarted my save, then it then automatically went straight to Ultra. Now I've turned it back down, although it's on Ultra at the moment, I think. But yeah, I turned it back down. But anyway, so once I got all that kind of sorted and done, then you know, it's kind of not too bad. But obviously, you know, although I was surprised yesterday with how many new mods there were already on the mod site, it was kind of like, you know, I sort of went on there for something for FS22 that I'd seen, and it was suddenly like, hang on, where's all the mods gone? And I realised I was looking at the FS25 mod page. So yeah, right, just for now we'll leave that there. So the one bugbear that I've got with the game, that may well be my computer, so you know, I'm not gonna sit here now and berate the game for the next, you know, however long. But my one bugbear with the game is this, and it was the one feature that I was most looking forward to. Now, like I say, I don't know whether it's my computer. I don't. Oh, actually, I'm being a wally. I'm being a wally. What we'll do is we will take the tractor, because I need to pick up the header trailer. So, and before as well, before I, you know, sort of criticise it, I want to say now, I really like it. I think there's a lot of great new things on here. I think some of the new features. So apparently the reason why I'm getting the juddering every now and again is because I've changed graphics settings in my desktop, and that's new caches apparently being written or something. I don't fully understand it, but that's what I've been told. Right, so I messed up the ploughing originally, so in case you're wondering why it's doing it like that, I messed it up. I started off doing the ploughing because it was the thing that I was most looking forward to, and then we got this. Now I don't know whether that's my computer that's making the ploughing look like that, or whether that, as in not the bit directly in front of us, but if you look, it looks sort of like it's all been smudged in and sort of, you know, pushed over and stuff, and it looks awful. So that may well be my computer. I don't know. And that's another thing as well that I'm getting. I don't know whether that's me and my computer or what, but if it kind of it was happening with me in the combine as well, only on this field. It hasn't happened on any other field, so it could well be a game thing rather than sort of me and my computer. But it looks like they're continually hitting collisions within the field, but it only happened, as I say, with the combine in this field, and it happens with the tractor in this field. So I don't know, but yeah, I messed up the ploughing because I started doing it that way, and then I just got so upset with how terrible it looked that I just couldn't continue. So whilst I will be ploughing in the game, the computer will, the AI worker will be doing the ploughing, but yeah, so that's my one bugbear with the game. But otherwise, I mean, the game is pretty good, you know. I've not really seen too much else to kind of complain about. Not really. You know, there's gonna be little minor bugs and, you know, sort of things with, you know, that are not quite right yet. But I think overall, for a game out of the block, I think it's quite good. I think it's pretty good. I mean, this area here, so this will be the new save game. So this isn't the new save game, not really, not for YouTube, but this is just kind of me and my thoughts, and I'll just be sort of doing a bit of messing about and a bit of cultivating and what have you. But that's right, well said. You know, but I just thought I'd give sort of my opening sort of thoughts on the game. So the other feature that I'm really looking forward to doing, which I haven't got there yet, is pea vining. In farming, there are 3 jobs that I absolutely adored. They were my 3 favourite jobs. That was ploughing, because that was my job. Seed drilling, I absolutely love drilling. Drilling was my favourite job, and pea vining was my favourite job as well. They were the 3 things that I absolutely, honestly, at work I couldn't get enough of. And I haven't, as of yet, tried it out because the ploughing has been such a disappointment that I just think this is awesome. I can't believe we've got this in the game. Yeah, so it's pretty good. But as I say, the ploughing in the game was one thing I was really looking forward to, and that's just awful. And now I'm a little bit worried about trying the peas in case I'm kind of like disappointed with these, but I will get round to it. As I say, last night when I loaded it in, well, to be fair, I loaded it in, and then I played it for probably about 10 minutes. Well, no, probably a little bit longer than that. I probably played it for about an hour, but then I went off and was playing FS25 again. And like I say, that's not because I don't like this, you know, this game or this version of the game or whatever. You know, that's me. Actually, we need to move that back because we'll struggle to get the combine in. Like I say, it's just at the moment FS22 offers us so much, but yeah, so, but as I say, once we get the save game going, then this area will not look like this at all, because it's really flat here, so we're going to be able to build, baby. This is going to look like a whole new farm. This big monstrosity of a shed here is going to go, just because serve sort of kind of very little purpose. Can't really see why you know, we're going to want to keep this, because I don't think we are going to want to keep this. There's Grandpa over there. I did all the tutorial as well. I actually put myself through the whole tutorial, and it literally taught me how to farm, which obviously I already knew. Ooh, you can't go upstairs. There better be a collectible up here. Ooh, hang on. I kid you not, there better be a collectible up here. I haven't seen any yet. You know, people keep sort of, well, no, people don't keep saying, but I keep seeing YouTubers daggering, etc., you know, sort of collecting them, and I'm thinking, well, I haven't found any yet. Although I'm on a different map to daggering, so that probably doesn't help. But yeah, as I say, I just haven't been able to see any yet. I'm assuming that the little gold orbs are the same on Riverbend Springs as they are on why on earth would that be there? Anyway. Well, that was quite freaky. See the shadow of a person. I've not been up here, so this is all you're experiencing this the same at the same time as I am. It's like a maze, isn't it? It's not a maze. Oh, I've gone back the way I came. Where's the geezer? Oh, there he is. Ooh, how did I get up here? I don't know. But I did. Anyway. Can't see any collectibles. You would have thought there'd have been at least a couple up here, wouldn't you? Although I guess they know that people like me do randomly tend to go off on a tangent and just randomly explore. Anyway, we'll just drop to our death. Right. We'll get this put away. We will actually do some farming, I promise. We're going to do some cultivate. So we've got 3 fields there that we need to cultivate. And then we'll need to get them planted as well. But as I say, this isn't going to be the same game. This is just me kind of doing a first video, because as you know, today, much earlier today, or well, a little bit later today, but a little bit earlier, well, it'll be yesterday by the time you see it, because I've already done a video for Wednesday, but so it'll be Thursday by the time you see this. But yesterday was obviously the day when I had my eyes done, so I'm having to sort of just do one video because it's, well, the letter says that I might not be able to see clearly for a short period of time, and I sort of kind of don't know how long that's going to be, mainly because each person apparently responds differently to the eye drops. So, but as long as my vision comes back at some point, then we'll just have to ride with it. Well, excuse me. I quite like the new GPS. You know, yeah, I do quite like it. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad either. Didn't really get myself lined up there, but yeah, as I say, it's pretty good. You know, it's nice to have a bit of GPS sort of early in the game. So I'm just putting up there. And, see what you now. The reason I you know, and again, you know, I'm not trying to teach anyone to suck eggs or anything like that, but the reason why This is why I do it, you know. Again, you know, as I always say, it doesn't mean I'm right. It's just the way I do it. And as I always say, you know, I never had anyone, you know, sort of in the past of my farm bosses or anyone say that I'm wrong. But you always, when you're cultivating, you can do it with ploughing, but it will make a mess. But you can do it, and I know that some people, you know, some people that I know that does ploughing does do it like this, but always drag well into your headland, because you're going to end up cultivating it anyway. But what that means is you're going to keep your wheelings right in the field. By the fact that those tyre marks are disappearing as quickly as what they are, I would say that this is still on the experimental stage of graphics, trying to get everything to kind of be as best as it can be, because as I say, I've been messing about with it and I can't really get it right. But the fact that they disappeared so quickly, when yesterday they were hanging around for ages and ages and ages, so kind of what I'm saying doesn't really apply now. But with the wheeling, so you got your wheelings, you go well into your headlands, and then what you do is, well, not what you do, but the reason why you do that is all the wheelings then get left into your headlands. You're going to then cultivate them, so you'll take your wheelings out as you go. Now if you was to turn exactly on the point of where your headland's going to be ending, you're always going to have wheelings. It's not going to you know, it's not going to cultivate quite as deeply, because obviously you've compacted that area of the field. So if you just drag it further in like this, you don't, you know, I wouldn't go off the field in real life, but I'm just trying to sort of show kind of what I mean. But if you just drag it, as I say, off the over the, you know, the bit where you're actually going to do your headland, then the ground will be softer, so it'll be easier to lift that compaction up as you turn on the end, especially if it's dry, and then especially if it's quite wet. You know, if conditions are ideal, it's not such a thing, but yeah, certainly while it's really wet or really dry. And if it was really dry, what you would do is you would do the headlands first, and then you would do the field, and then as long as you wasn't doing controlled traffic farming, you would then do the headlands again, and then that would help to again to lift out the wheelings, and also as well lift out the compaction of the cultivator, and the, you know, the wheelings and the headlands and stuff. So that's the reason why. But like I say, that, you know, I'm not saying that's the right way to do it, that's the way you've got to do it, that's just the way I do it, and that's the way most of us, well, not now, but because I don't work on the farm anymore, but when I worked on the farm, that was the way most of us did it, like that. One thing you wouldn't want to do is actually turn and catch that, even though it is in the headland. So you would come out here and then do this one, and then go back on yourself. The one thing I have found is it's not particularly easy to get yourself lined up, and that's another reason why, again, going a little bit further than where your headland is going to be is actually really helpful as well, because the cultivator is on an angle. It's going to miss as it starts to go into the work, so it's not going to join up. But again, that miss bit will be in your headland, so it means that you'll just take it out and you won't have funny little triangles left over, as I say, like. But yeah, and it doesn't matter if you catch this little bit, because again, it's going to be in your headland, so that's fine. I mean, as well, the game says that it's going to be sort of 4 headlands. Well, there's nothing stops you doing 5, to make sure that you get all your wheelings out, because obviously in farming, that is your, as a tractor driver, that is your main aim, is to get those wheelings out of the ground. and I did try it last night as well with power harrowing, because when you were power harrowing, like if we were potato planting or anything like that, when you were power harrowing, you know you were not allowed to leave any wheelings in the field, or track marks as it would have been, because we would have done all of our potato planting with crawlers, because obviously again lighter footprint, and which gives the potatoes the best chance of sort of making it really and growing. So again, a bit too tight. We could have turned on that bit, but create all the wheelings you want in your headland. It doesn't matter, even if you have to go around your headlands twice. It doesn't matter so much. But just keep them off what you've already done, and keep them away from where you're eventually going to stop. But yeah, anyway, that's enough about that. So the new shop layout, I'm not sure about this. Now I know it's probably just because we've been used to, we got tractors, we got implements and what have you. What's in here? Not much. Okay. unlike Daggerwin, I didn't get lucky with a Merlot. It would have been really nice, but I didn't get that lucky. But the fact that everything is kind of all in the same page now, I guess it just means we've got to get used to it. That's new. I haven't seen that before. Yeah, I guess it's just because it's not what we're used to, but it's going to take a little while to kind of get the hang of that. I also saw as well there was a new potato planter. That's quite nice. Now that's for the ridger or power harrower. Entirely up to you what you put on there, but the reason, because the one that we had on the farm was like that. So the first bit there would be for all your fertilizer and your chemicals and anything else. So you'd have dry fertilizer in there, and then your as I say, like liquid fertilizers, or those are I forget the name of it now, but you put it in and the little spray nozzles would be where the potatoes drop in, which would be this end, where the potatoes drop in. And what that does is there's a parasite in the soil below a certain depth that will wait for the potatoes to start to sprout and sort of establish roots and a sprout. And what they'll do is they'll eat the sprout off, and then they'll eat the root at the bottom, and that will kill the potato. So I can't remember the name of the chemical off the top of my head. So you put that in with your dry fertilizer. Your dry fertilizer will go in at the front. I mean, a lot of farms have the chemical bit on the front of the tractor, rather than on the back, but you can have it on the back. We had it on the back of ours. Let's say the spray nozzles were just, I keep going to the back end of the potato blender. The spray nozzles were at the front where the potatoes go in, so that the spray actually goes onto the potato, or certainly on the ground. I think it's just before the potato drops, so the spray goes on, the potato drops on top of the spray, and then that stops the parasite from attacking the root and the tuber and the sprout that you get from it. But as I say, on there you could have I mean, we had two tractors separate that would bed form, and then on this on our one we had a power harrower on there, but it was a 6 meter power harrower, and then the 6 meter potato planter, and that was how we did it. But yeah, so and then your fertilizer tank, we had, as I say, if we had the spray unit on the front, which we didn't, then you would have the tank on the front for the solid fertilizer. But a lot of the new ones, and the farm's new one now that they've got is into the 6 meter one, but that has the tank there as well. And again, it just drops it in with the potato rather than laying it on the surface. It actually drops it in with the potato, and apparently is a lot better. But I don't know, because as of I wasn't on the farm when they started using it, but so disappointing that we don't get a Grimmy GT 170. I so hope that someone again releases that for this version of the game, because it will be a great addition again, because I love playing with it, as you know, on FS22. But yeah, as I say, but all in all, my first impressions, apart from the ploughing, I really do like the game. I think Giants have done a very nice job. I think graphically it looks a lot different. It looks a lot better. Like I say, some of the sort of but I don't get the texture issues with any of the other sort of soiled, like the cultivated soil or whatever. I don't really get that same glitchy issue. But as I say, it may well be my computer, and I've had a word. Well, I've been chatting with Chill Blast about a new computer, and they've done me a fantastic deal. And the biggest problem is that I can't really afford that deal at the moment. So they've left the offer open for 6 months. I think it was 6 or 8 months. I think it might have been, for me to be able to say, to buy the computer. But like I say, I can't get a loan because I'm on benefits and unemployed, so I can't get a loan, and it's going to be tough. That's basically what I'm saying. It's going to be really, really tough, but it would really help. It would help me. It'd help my YouTube, producing YouTube videos and stuff like that. So that it would be really nice, but I don't know. Probably not going to be possible. So for now, at least we're going to have to persevere with what we've got, and it might well just be that, to make sure that, to be fair, it's not glitchy, it's not, there's not random textures flickering, which there was when I first loaded the game in on the old drivers. On the old drivers, there was the trees were flickering and different things. And then eventually I sort of kind of thought, well, I'll update, but hopefully I won't ruin anything on FS22 or anything like that. Now, I've done this wrong. You're supposed to start on the outside breed and work in, and this is the reason why. Because I'm now going to have to reverse onto what I've already done. So I've done that wrong. So we will go quickly and do that correctly. You're supposed to start outside and work back. And this is the reason why, again, you overlap so much as what I do, because you're now taking all of those wheelings, you're now making all of those ins and outs level. This field's not particularly big to do that with, but you get the idea. Yeah. And then you see when you come here, you then do that. Again, you don't have to turn off the field. I'm only turning off the field because there's more than enough room to do so. But if there was a dike on the end there, then you couldn't do that. As long as you put your wheelings, which I'm about to not do, mind you, it didn't matter too much because we're going to go that way anyway. So as long as you put your wheelings the side that you've not cultivated, so we can have the cultivator like that. It doesn't really make too much difference, but we won't have the cultivator like that. But as long as you, as I say, as long as you get the wheelings all to the left and not the right, then you're absolutely fine, because you'll then take them out, you see. And that's how you get a nice neat finish then. So when people look from the road, Jeremy Clarkson, are you listening? When people look from the road, the job looks neat. And then that last headland around, you see, in theory you shouldn't have if you've done it correctly. And this is not as easy to do in game as it is in real life, to be fair. In the game, it's, as I say, it's not as easy because we can leave that wheeling in there because they can, oh, hang on a minute, we've left a wheel in that side. So yeah, as you can see, we've done it a little bit head about face. But yeah, anyway, it's a good game, and I think with mods and I think with everything being added, I think it's going to be a great game. Like I say, and hopefully at some point I will be able to get my my new computer, and we will start to move majorly forward. So yesterday's video was the first time that I'm trying a new technique and a new way of doing my videos to try and make them a little more interesting, to try and make them so that there's a little bit more in the way of content within the video. So you have to bear with me while I get that right, and it's not so easy to do on maps that have got massive fields, and so that means that we'll be able to add a bit more variety to the series and the gameplay and stuff, because I will do some smaller farmed series as well now. Some smaller field, like, you know, the fields on here are not that big when you compare them to, say, something like the Oaks or something like that, or Homeworld. I know Homeworld was an official release for FS25, but I mean, I still played it and still enjoyed it greatly. So right, as you can see, we actually wandered over onto what we had already cultivated, so we've left another wheel in. As I say, I've got to get used to the turning on this game and one or two things, but and then we'll start doing it properly, he says. I mean, it's not essential, I mean, especially on a computer game, you know, but in real life, you know, that's what we would have been on the farm, that's what we would have been expecting to do. You know, so again, like, we've left a wheeling there, so what you'd have to do is, you know, if your farm boss was coming to the field quickly, you would do this. You would take your wheelings over that side, and then try and, as I say, it's not easy to do on the game, mainly because the vehicles don't reverse as nice as what they do in real life. There's a little bit of resistance in real life, whereas on farming sim there's not really much resistance to the reversing, so implements tend to swing from side to side. But yeah, anyway, that's a short little video on FS25, my first one. I just thought I'd do it, you know, to give my thoughts to the game, which, as I say, I think it's going to be a very good game. I think, you know, and really hope that maps like the Oaks and stuff like that, you know, come out. I realise it's not a 5-minute job. I realise it's a, you know, a many, you know, probably hundreds of hours job maybe to convert a map over. I don't know. I'm not a modder, so. But I, you know, as I say, I don't know, because I'm not a modder in any way, shape or form. But it'd be great to see a map like that come out. It'd be really nice if we still get course play. It'd be really nice if we still get auto drive come back again. You know, that would be really great. And they're the sort of mods that start to make this game a very different game. And then you get other maps, and then you get machinery that, you know, the game hasn't got. I can't believe the amount of machinery that Farm Sim or Giants have taken out of the base game that were in last year's base game. You know, I would have, and it may well be a performance thing, the reason why they don't do it, but I would have thought that you would want to keep everything that you've had in the game, that's already in the game, and then just keep adding the new machines thereafter. you know, I know modders will probably convert and different things, so, but we look forward to that. But for now, as I say, I will do FS25 videos on Riverbed Springs, and we will start from scratch. And this isn't going to be, this was just me kind of playing the game and testing it, and you know, sort of seeing what it's all about. And we will start a save game on there, and then we will, you know, sort of wait for the maps to start to come out, and then we'll crack on with other things then as well. But as I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have done, hit that like button. Really does help. And you know, it's always nice to see some thumbs up on some, you know, on your videos that you do, because it tells me that I'm doing a good job. You know, not that I'm to rest at that point, you know, you can always better yourself, but at least it gives me an indication I'm doing the right things, and I can keep improving and keep changing things. And yeah, you know, as I say, if you like the video, thumbs up. If you like, you know, me and the channel and all the other videos and series that I've done so far, hit that subscribe button, that really helps too. And all the stuff for me to say is thanks ever so much for joining me on FS25. I've really enjoyed having your company, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode. Bye for now.